Greetings and salutations, this is another Dragon Barrows video. I am now angry at this irrelevant comedian by the name of Hannah Gadsby. Yep, Hannah, the talentless lesbian comedian. Actually, comedian is a strong term to call this lazy and irrelevant uh, entertainer. She called she like she called Barry Humphries, the legendary comedian of over 70 plus years by the time of this tweet. It's appalling to think that she, he, it, the freak, the sideways looking little bastard would ever call someone like Barry Humphries irrelevant. Hannah Gadsby is literally a one trick pony. This one this one trick is this. Just like some geeky ass freak show that would have got their head smacked in by the jocks for just being the AV club. Ooh, look at me. I look like a boy, but yet I'm a girl. The haircut is totally as deplorable, and the whole mannerisms of her performance, it's so bloody boring and repetitive. There's no real substance to this bag of bones entertainer. It's just so stupid on what this comedian does. Opens up saying, "Oh, to any men in the room, I am a lesbian." Ooh. And this goes, "Well, I may look like I can get looks like it might look like I want dick, but I don't." Is that so sort of repetitive things? Like she says, "Oh, the other day I went to insert shopping like insert supermarket here, and I've seen the pads they were close to the incontinence pads. Do you women think that we have incontinence when we have our periods?" Oh no, that's what the shops think of it. That's what misogyny is all about. Ooh, we got no, no, no. Followed up by some bullshit saying, "Oh, I don't like anything that looks like a dick." That's the reason why I don't eat sausages. And that was one, like I went to like she was a part of Adam Hill's like Adam, like this TV show over here in Australia called Adam Hills Tonight. I thought, yeah, great. I would go and see her, but without uh, Dave O'Neill and Adam Hills picking up the pieces, really, 2 hours of speaking this irrelevant bullshit to quite a lot of. I went with a couple of female friends. They said, "Oh, let's support Hannah Gadsby. I've seen her on TV." And I said, "Yeah, I like Adam Hills. I'll see what he's off. I'll see what this like he's like the co-presenter of the show. Though this show is called Adam Hills Tonight." Sorry about that. Bit of eggshell. But don't go back there again. But yeah, the the performance was bland, irritable, and the and this bloody thing that she said 5 years ago called Mr. Barry Humphries an irrelevant dick biscuit of the highest order. Says someone who they're in their entire career, unless if I heard a news article or seen this bullshit that this alleged comedian does, it's like you say Hannah Gadsby, it's like the 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 wings of moths in an empty warehouse sound. Or that sort of western bit of music going through my head, and a tumbleweed going down the Grand Canyon. It's just that you want to speak about irrelevance. If there was a if there was a picture beside the word irrelevant or irrelevancy or irrelevance in general, there would be a picture of Hannah Gadsby. Irrelevant to anything. If you say to me, "What's the first name?" Like this is what you will say. if you ask me, who is the first person that you see being a true soldier, a true warrior, a true person of notoriety that stands up for homosexual and bisexual rights? I'm going to be blatantly honest. I'll just say Ariella Scarcella. And I made a video on her saying thank you to her because back before I even got my girlfriend, I had all these people, someone like a Hannah Gadsby, saying, "Oh, you're nothing, you're nothing, you're nothing. You have to do this, this, and this." But if it wasn't for like Ariella Scarcella, hello, she's the one who helped me out. She told me that I can be myself and get a woman, and she is right. uh, another one. Another question, if you ask me, who is one of Australia's greatest export? As in entertainment wise, I would say Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie, singers I'll have to say Nicole Kidman, pro wrestlers I would have to say Tony Storm, Rhea Ripley, comedians I'll have to say Julia Morris. But Hannah Gadsby would not be on that list. It's like that's me doing a leaf blowing in the wind inside my head. Here is the leaf. Leaf enter one ear, dance around a bit in the skull, exit the other. That's how irrelevant she is. And I think Netflix gave her some money to do a special or do a couple of specials. Netflix, you know, you just wasted a whole lot of money on an irrelevant and unfunny person. Even like how this so-called comedian tries to get you to laugh. Is to do with this fake Mr. Bean stuff. You're like, oh. It's like that trying to force something that she clearly is not. It's like, oh yeah. Went down to the bar the other day and oh, you know, you know, there's women. And I'm thinking, and that's what she did at the con at the at the at the gig. I'm like, even the women that went with me, they said it just sucks we can't get our money back. I'm like, She acts like an idiot, but she wants us to pay for for that particular comedy. And this is what I said to them as we were leaving after 15 minutes of the show. We didn't even want to get our money back. It's just so pathetic. Like I said this to them, I would rather see a dog with a stick in its mouth trying to get through a hole that the stick going that away would stop the dog and the dog would fall down. And they agreed with me. They said, "Oh, those funny dog videos are far more entertaining than a Hannah Gadsby concert or a Hannah Gadsby gig." And like over here, I'm just reading on here. She says, Barry Humphries loves those who hold power, hates vulnerable minors, and it has completely lost ability to read the room. Uh, that that's not a comedian. That's an irrelevant human dick biscuit of the highest order. Um, the whole Dame Edna Everage will still be remembered 20, 30, 40 years from now. Sir Les Patterson will be up there in the annals of time and space when it comes to Australian entertainment. Sam Stone, the most unfun, the most uh, the most boring man alive, is far more entertaining, or is so much more entertaining than what you will ever be. You know, there's going to be Dame Edna Everage tribute acts. There will be Sir Les Patterson tribute acts in the years to come. Having men and women say, "Hello, possums!" Or they would say it's like the Dame Edna tribute show, or go, "Oi, I am Australia's national attaché." And you know what? They may repurpose the whole Dame Edna gimmick. They may redo the whole Les Patterson gimmick. But yet that brings the memory of such a great and wonderful entertainer in Barry Humphries, who has a strong standing career over 70 years. His career lasted as long as Queen Elizabeth's reign on the throne. The Queen was relevant from the time she had the crown upon her head to the time she died. Barry Humphries, through the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, if you're pushing it, 7 decades of working various characters, working in America, the UK, Australia, did a little bit of Canada at times. And he kept going. He kept himself relevant. He did British talk shows. He's done American talk shows. He's done Australian talk shows. And as himself, Medna, the most boring man alive. Sir Les Patterson has always shine, shine, shined and was absolute classic in how to be a comedian and maybe a host a TV show, be a comedian and be a guest. And for this 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 mindless, uneducated, woman dressing like man idiot, in between seeing this woman on TV, unless if you're one of her close friends or someone in the entertainment industry who is specializing in Australian pop culture, Hannah Gadsby's a nobody. She held on to Adam Hills for a long time, but when he wanted to do other things, and he seen that she was pathetic, so bye bye. Adam Hills ended up doing Spicks and Specks. Now he's doing The Last Leg in the UK. He is relevant. And I hate to tell you this, Adam. You wasted your time and your efforts on this irrelevant comedian. A lot more people know about Myth than they do about Hannah. Myth, Myth, if you don't know, it's she was also on Spicks and Specks. Her name is Myth Warhurst. There's also another person on the show. It was Alan Bro. Look them up. They've kept up to date. They kept relevant in their careers. Unlike this irrelevant sloppy Joe thighs. And let me just finish off by saying this. If you're one of those people who support Hannah Gadsby, you literally support irrelevance, lazy comedian, person who tries to think one thing is being a comic. You're just a fan of being a lazy idiot in general. Your laziness and your irrelevance is equal to Hannah Gadsby. If you think Hannah Gadsby is funny and you're a CEO, you're a CEO of a garbage dump. If you are a medalist in some category, you're a medalist of crap. You're irrelevant. You have nothing better to bring to a table. Unlike someone like me, I am a fan of Billy Connolly, a man who's had decades of more than multiple decade career. I am a fan of Joan Rivers, the late great Joan Rivers, who's had many decades of entertaining people. Been a fan of Lenny Henry for the past 30 years. I've been a fan of Michael Winslow for the better part of nearly my whole life. I've been a fan of Graham Kennedy, Bert Newton. I've been a fan of all of them, and they've had these multiple decades, multiple generational fans. Like I've heard a kid say, I was watching a special with my mummy and daddy, and Billy Connolly said fuck, and I said fuck for the first time. I laughed because I too heard Billy Connolly say fuck for the first time. Heard, I even said it at the same time. I even got punished at the same time. And this was back in the 80s. And this kid is was from the 2000s. Guessing that kid now is in his 20s. And guessing their child would have said fuck too. And guess what? Oi, don't you say fuck. You see, that's what a true comedian does. They inspire generations of entertainers. You look at you can even look at Leslie Easterbrook. Though she's not a comedian, she's an actress. She spent most of her life entertaining people. You look at Barbara Eden, who played the genie in I Dream of Jeannie. You look at Loretta Swift, or as MASH fans would know her as Hot Lips Margaret Houlihan, or so we say Major Margaret Houlihan. You see, that's what true entertainers are. You look at Lemmy from Motorhead, Ozzy Osbourne. Those sort of entertainers entertain people for generations. But Hannah Gadsby here, no one's going to make a tribute show of her if she dies. Actually, when she dies. No one will be speaking about her in great esteem or with great legacy and great prowess. You might have someone like Adam Hills would be going, oh yeah, thought I'd give her a go, but she's no Josh Whitcomb. She ain't no Alex Brooker, no Alan Bro, no Miff Warhurst. I must admit she was herself, but she wasn't exactly funny. So maybe some former Netflix executive would be saying, yeah, I remember us losing some Australian fans because they told us that she was not funny. And that's what Hannah Gadsby is. An unfunny person who thinks now, since she's got all this all this alleged fame, she's not legendary at all. She is very much infamous for just riding the coattails of Adam Hills for a while. And though Adam Hills is born with one foot, even in the missing foot, is far more entertaining, which I see nothing there when he takes off that prosthetic part of his leg. That's far more entertaining seeing him swim. He swam out of Sydney Aquarium, Shark Tank, and guess what he said? And guess what? For a lot of people, they're like, "Holy shit!" I even heard one of those people say, "Holy shit! What happened to your foot?" And then he looked down. Nothing. I was born without that one. Now that was entertaining. Using nothing to produce something. And to be honest with you, Hannah does not have. She makes nothing out of something. And guessing with the career, she's making a whole lot of nothing with a whole lot of money. I'm Dragon Barrows here to say, keep Gatsby irrelevant. See ya.